Okay, today we are going to talk about the domain and range. I know I introduced these terms last time, but we're going to talk about the actual definition. So, for every relation consisting of ordered pairs, we're going to use x and y. There are two important sets of elements. The first one is the set of all values of the independent variable x. The other set is the set of all values of the dependent variable y. And we call this is the range. Okay, so this is the range. And, oops, I was thinking that's wrong. Kind of backwards. This is the domain. And this is the range. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, again, all you have to do is remember domain and range are a set of numbers. So we represent that in set notation. Okay, we could use interval notation, but again, we're going to use set notation here. Okay, so now A has our relation. So this is a relation, it's not a function, as you can see. So how would we represent the domain? Okay, well in this case, the domain are all of the set of values that are of the independent variable. So the domain here is going to be the set of all numbers that are the x values. So it's going to be 3, 4. Well, there's another 4, but we're going to get rid of any duplicates. So it's 3, 4, and 6. So this is the way we write it: 3, 4, 6, and that's it. So this is the domain. Now, what's the range? Well, the range is going to be all of the y values, the dependent variables. So it's going to be -1, 2, 5, and 8. -1, 2, 5, 8. And there you go. So this is the domain. This is the set of values that's in the domain. These are the set of values that are in the range. Okay, so let's look at B. Now B is using this pictorial type of visual. Okay, so it's a visual of the range. So again, here's the range. You tell by the arrows. So this is the range. Oh, I keep messing up. Domain. Domain. And this is the range. Okay, so what's the domain? Well, it's all of these numbers. So again, if I was going to write out the answers, so I'm going to write domain. And so I'm going to list out all these numbers in the domain. So it's going to be 4, 6, 7, -3. And that's the domain. And then the range are all these values, which there are only 3. So it'd be 100, 200, 300. And that's it. And then the final one, C here, we can also depict a relation using tables. So with C3, we can use a set notation to represent a relation. We can use a visual. And we can also use a table of values. So again, the domain is the list of all x values. So I'm going to write down domain. And I'm going to list out -5, 0, 5. And then the range are the y values. In this case, it's only one value. It's just repeated. So I'm just going to put 2. And that's the range. So the range only has one value in it. And that's it. That's how you do it.